Hey guys, back again after a long weekend at Phoenix, Arizona for the Front Row Card Show that just happened this past weekend. Ooh, what a long show, long weekend in general. Driving out there, 5 to 6 hours. Driving back at night and Sunday night, 5 to 6 hours also. It's a lot. And it's just prepping me for Seattle Front Row Card Show that's this weekend coming up, which is like around 20 hours non-stop. So I'm giving it about, maybe takes me about 24 hours to get there. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to drive up there with my sister and the old card shop. So hopefully we survive, we make it, and the drive is not too grueling. But let's get to this weekend. Don't want to take too much of your time. It was a great show. Good show. Front Row Card Show runs decent, good shows. I can't never complain at them. I did hear a lot of people going back and forth because a lot of people that vended the Pasadena one did vend the Phoenix one, and then they were kind of, I would say, comparing it to Pasadena that happened the weekend after, which was amazing. That show was super packed, super full, a lot of attendees, great energy, and I'm guessing, I'm not sure what that Pasadena one was probably their best Pasadena one show yet, and I'm assuming because people were edged due to it being postponed a month. It was supposed to be in the beginning of February, and then ended up being at it ended up being the end of March. So they had to wait a whole, technically 2 months, to be honest, for that show. So they were comparing to that one. Turnout was good. It was solid, but it wasn't super packed. So it wasn't like Phoenix. I mean, it wasn't like Pasadena, but it was still good. Had some great sales, great buy-ins, but it's, it was kind of like night and day compared to Pasadena. Especially, Los Angeles, Pasadena. So many more people in general, so easier to grab more attention for attendees to come out to the show. But regardless, it's a good show. I can't complain. This is the stuff I picked up. I'm running super low on PSA. I love having PSA cards, but I don't know, man. These are taking too long. I have a sub that's 3 months in at step 5. PSA just actually, I'm not sure it's true. I saw like a tweet of PSA saying that they're gonna start charging $1 more now, and expected turnaround time for bulk is gonna be 4 months. And that's only 4 months once they, I guess, receive it or something like that. I don't know. Which is kind of dire. That's a long time. 4 months. 4 months is a long. So businesses have to, pivot to see what they're gonna do with that due to waiting 4 months for a bulk sub. Normally, I send all my cards in bulk subs, and then wait to get charged afterwards. But at this point in time, due to that, I'm gonna have to start picking up a bit more expensive cards that have shots at 10s, and just paying for like a faster turnaround time. Still sending out bulk subs, but also in the meantime send out smaller, faster turnaround time subs, so I can get some cards back. Cause like 3 months without having new submission, more actually, because that's about all the subs. So like 3 months and not having nothing, it sucks. Like I'm basically just buying in raw, selling raw, which is still good margin, but I love having graded cards. It helps out so much better. You're not have to feel the pressure of having to sell so much more to make more margin. Rather, when you get the graded card, you get the margin from the card being graded as a 10, hopefully. But we'll see. Like I said, that's what my game plan now is, to still continue buying raw, because raw moves. Love buying raw, and then still having bulk subs and having smaller, higher tier bulk, not bulk, but submissions. That's what the month turnarounds, whatever it is. I think it's like $25 or something like that, $30, something like that. I gotta see what it is, see the pricing, and just go from there and just figure out what I'm gonna send. Buying better quality, it's more expensive cards. Cause I normally try to keep my cards within the 200, like 50 to like 30 to like 200. I like having that because it moves. It's easier for somebody to pull the trigger and buy cards. But I'm gonna start looking toward buying cards that once graded probably like 500, 600, 700, 800, and just go from there, so I can submit those to higher tiers in PSA. But let's get into it. I'm already about 5 minutes in, and I don't want people getting mad for me just rambling on. But let's get into it. Let's show some of the stuff. I think it was day one. Day one, actually. I don't have the cards here. I ended up buying. Some guy came in to my booth and was looking to sell a blister pack. I'm gonna probably post a picture right here. He had a thing like over 70 XY break. I believe it's breakpoint. I don't want to correct me wrong because it's breakpoint and breakthrough. But I think it was breakpoint sleeve blister packs. He had about 70 of those. He had probably like 20 to 30 XY breakpoint, which is I think the more expensive one. I think it has that. Those ones have the full art Mewtwo's, like the Mega Mewtwo's, and Mewtwo's in general. And I think he had some more like Checkling blisters, and he also had some Checkling blisters for Lost Origin. Sorry. Dang, what's that other set? Oh man, I don't blanking out. It's a let me see. It was Ancient Origin Checkling blisters, but those ones you wanted way too much. The recent sales, they don't sell that often. Recent sales were pretty low. He wanted, I think, over 100. I think the recent ones were like around 75. So like I had to buy it under 75. There's no point in me buying them anywhere close to that, especially since he wanted 100. So we ended up making a deal for the breakpoint. Bought a bunch of those. Ended up putting them out on display. They ended up starting to sell. They sold pretty well. Still have a bunch more, so I'm gonna keep those in the back burner. But let's get into it. Show the cards. Not take too much more of your time, guys. Sorry. But here is one. So this is the first lot of the day. I ended up buying. Let me try to zoom in a little bit. For $500 at 80%. Pretty good little one. Let's go into it. Let me see. See all this. Maybe it's all this. Right, it's all this. Let me just keep that card there. So we got the full art Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno. Full art GX from Hidden Fates. We got the Mew. Look at that. We got the Roaring Moon. Got a bunch of good cards in here. Nice, beautiful Zoroark. Always like picking up Crown Zenith. Crown Zenith at 151 is the most things I try to pick up because that's the most things people tend to pick up for like their binder collection. We got the matchup alternate art, and I always just like having a multiple. So like as soon as one sells, I can restock it in and have it for sale. People are always looking for that. So you got more. We got the Sleepy Tea. We got the alternate art, beautiful card. We got the Lugia. All right, so this is lot one. Got it in for all this for 500 at 80%. Traded in. Next one we have the lot two. Traded in at $70 at 75%. We got the Leafeon. This is the Master Ball. Should be the Master Ball. The Charmeleon, Sylveon. Just for that. Boom, that's just there. Lot 3 traded in at 93 at 80%. Some of the baby shinies from Paldean Fates. We got some 151s, some promos, some more Paldean Fates. Rillaboom, alternate art Drago, Ferrothorn, Quaxoval, Colossal. I think I need this for my shiny Pokemon binders. Full art Raichu and Erica's Invitation. So here's another one right here. We'll get to that right now. And then I took in a trade a Van Pika promo. Traded in at 276 at 80%. Beautiful card. We're gonna see if it's gradable. If not, I'm just gonna have it raw. Go from there. Alright, here's the next stack. Lot number 5, traded in at 141 at 85%. We got some Japanese 151s. Always like they say, I try to have English and Japanese because they're both very, very collectible that people are always asking for. And it always just sells out. Like I always am near the end of the day, I like seeing empty black felt because that means cards are selling. I try to fill it right back up, but if I have no more, I just fill it up with other stuff. But a lot of that 151. We got some Mewtwo, the Japanese variant. We got that beautiful Ghastly Gengar and Hunter card with the Meowth right there. The Ghastly IR. I think it's AR in Japanese actually. So confusing though. We got the Giratina V full art. We got the Mega Manectric EX full art. Get it ready for those Mega Pokemons coming out. I think the later part of this year maybe. We got the full art Raichu GX. We got the nice Gengar, Scizor, Pikachu. Always selling out. The Buddies, Magmortar, and Electivire. And then the Mega Aldina EX. So I got all this for 141 at 85% trade-in. All right, here it goes. Let's see, we bought this one, lot 6 at $40. It's probably only a couple cards. We got the Dragonair AR from 151. We got the Pikachu Japanese, beautiful card. Blastoise, Radiant, Venusaur, and Charizard. 2 Charizards. The one from Pokemon Go, and those things. I'm not sure this one. This is one from V-Star Universe, I believe. For all that, for $40 trade in. And then we got this one. Got these in at 160. So we got the Slowpoke, the Entei, the Bulbasaur, the War Turtle, Alakazam, Leafeon, Skirtle, Hawlucha Pokeball. Just toss all that in for 160. We got some more. Here we go. Keep it going. A lot of the smaller stuff, but like I said, I'm start trying to have to pick up more bigger stuff just so I can send in stuff at the higher tier at PSA so I can get stuff back. But like I said, a lot of this stuff I'm just gonna sell raw or grade some stuff for like the bulk submissions. So trade it in. All this for 205. 75%. So this is the Pokemon Center Teal. No, not this one. Yeah, this one is Teal Mask Ogerpon. We got the Pokemon Center right there at the edge. You got 2 of the Magnetons and 2 Zora. So we got all these Pokemon Center ones. Nice little stack right there. All right, so all of this was from Saturday. So this is another stack for Saturday. The last one is on Sunday. All right, here it goes. We got lot number 10 bought in. All right, at 860. So we got the Mega Rayquaza EX. Another one right there. The Umbreon VMAX, 2 of those. This is from Evolving Skies, the regular ones. All right, let me see. Let me get into it. And then, all right, leave that there. And then I got a beat up Flareon Gold Star. Pretty beat up. A beat up Alakazam Gold Stars. Love fighting Gold Stars in the wild. That's like my main passion for collecting are shiny Pokemon, and then Gold Stars on the top. I love finding Gold Stars in the wild. I don't really like buying Gold Stars like from eBay or anything like that. I like finding them in the wild. Even if they're beat up, played, I still like to pick them up. So even if like I try to pick them up at a fair price. I don't really try to lowball or anything like that. But I got these 2. They're pretty played. You want it a little way too much, but that's all I can. I'm pretty much paying like graded prices. But to be honest, I just want them just because I love Gold Star. So we got that. We got the Flareon and the Alakazam. Never had an Alakazam, so this is a new one added. I'm gonna see, probably grade it, but it's gonna grade low, maybe a 4. So we'll see. If anything, I'll probably just stick with my binder copy with the extra Flareon. And then we picked up a Crystal Celebi Reverse Holo. Beautiful card. I'm hoping this can get a 9, but most likely we'll probably get an 8. But we'll see. Worst case, I'm probably gonna get wrecked and get a 7. But this is probably, these couple of cards I'm probably gonna send in if I do end up grading at a higher tier, just because they're Gold Stars and then Crystal Celebi. So all that for $860. Not a bad deal. He had a bunch more stuff, but like all this stuff was played, and I told him those 2 cards, like a couple of cards, I'm gonna pay fair, but everything else is like, if I want to buy them and to try to resell them, it's not gonna be worth the hassle because they're played. Everyone that picks them up is gonna want to try to haggle for a cheaper price. So like, it's not really worth it unless you get a pretty good price. Probably like even, I don't know, 60% probably of what TCG player or something like that for played copies, because a lot of stuff is played. He had a lot of good stuff, but they were really played, heavily played, damaged, etc. But here we go. We got lot number 11. We traded in at 125 at 80%. We got the full art Mewtwo from Evolution. We got the shiny Mew from Paldean Fates, Pikachu, Lucario, Mewtwo. We got the Glaceon. All this for 125. This lot 12, 148. We got the gold traded in at 80%. We got the Golden Goal. Pretty nice card, like just surfing on the stickers inside, surfing on money. We got the Zapdos EX special illustration rare from 151. We got the Espeon EX special illustration rare from, I'm picking that now, Prismatic Evolution. We got the Venusaur, Blastoise, Giovanni, Erica's Invitation, Charizard EX, and 2 Charizards from Obsidian Flames. Surfing Pikachu, Flying Pikachu, Surfing Pikachu, and Flying Pikachu VMAX. The Phoebus is from something else. I just tossed it in there. So we got all that for 480. Trade in. This Phoebus, I forgot what I got. Someone gave me $100 and the Phoebus for something. I forgot what it was. But continuing going on, we got lot number 13. Traded in at $40 at 80%. We got the Snorlax, Mew. We got the Japanese Terrestrial Festival. The Roaring Moon, sick artwork. All three of that for $40, I believe, trade in. Now we traded this lot. What I traded in at $88 at 80%, plus PSA 10 151 Charm. So I got all this. Let me see, it was all this for $88 plus a Charmander for PSA 10 from 151, a Japanese copy for 80%. We got two Leafeons from EV Heroes and three Umbreons. And then we got a Leafeon Hyper Rare. We got the Mew and a Pikachu. And then the PSA 10 Japanese Charmander. And that's another lot. 15. Got this at $75 at 80% trade-in. We got the Japanese tag team, the Zoro and Greninja. We got the Lunana, Salgoleo, Psyduck, and Slowpoke. I sold one, a raw one, an English one for like $45. Man, these are expensive or basic, like ultra rares. But now that everybody wants some tag team, they just went up. We got the Japanese Sylveon and Gardevoir, and the Japanese Gengar and Mimikyu. Beautiful, beautiful cards. Then we got an Enazoro that someone gave me, say if I can give it to a kid or anything like that throughout the show. So I'm still have that. So a kid walks up and wants a card to do a trade-up challenge, anything like that, I'm gonna just give this to him. And then I got lot number 16, 2 cards for $300 at 80% with a PSA 10 Magneton, which probably somewhere else already. Got traded in at $300 at 80%. We got another Golden Ghost surfing around and the Eevee SIR from Prismatic Evolution. All that. So all this is from day 1. Let me get into day 2 now. All right, let's get into day 2. All right, so day 2 was less buy-ins, but still some good, decent stuff. Can't complain on them. So let's put this right here, push it up a little bit so it's not in the way. We got lot number 1 bought in at $160 at 75%. We'll just get into it. We'll see where it ends up to. We got the Scizor Baby Shiny, which is pretty expensive. We got the Flareon. We got a couple of Arbugs, Jinx, Almanite, Machoke, a bunch of 151 stuff. Like I said, I'm always trying to pick up 151 and Crown Zenith because these are super, super collectible. People are always trying to collect binder stuff, so always trying to pick up stuff like that so I can have it. And a bunch of like the regular ultra rares. So that's all from lot number 1, $160. Next little stack here. Let me see. I'm not get too far ahead of myself, hopefully. Alright, here it goes. Lot number 2. Traded in at $34. We got some just basic trainer gallery stuff, Crown Zenith stuff. Nothing expensive, really cheap stuff that just moves. Stuff like having people ask me, do you have more Crown Zenith? Like, I hate not having them, especially when I run out. So I always try to pick up more, even if they're cheap. So we got some Japanese 151 stuff and a Master Ball Japanese Articuno. Beautiful. That there, right? I think this maybe might be the last lot, probably. No, it's 4. So this is the last 2. Lot number 3 bought it at $800 at 75%. They used two. They ended up selling for $800. They bought a Lugia alternate RV for like $290. So we got the Garda V EX special illustration rare. You got the Ghastly. You got the Drowsy. That thing's just going up and down, up and down, up and down. So I just picked it up though. We got the Blood Blue Luna EX, Raging Bolt, Matchup V alternate art, Zorora V alternate art, Regidrago V alternate art. Beautiful. We got the Trainer Gallery Vaporeon, another alternate art Attilion, the SIR Altaria. Beautiful, beautiful card. I love. This is just a nice card. Just, I don't know, just a day in the life of Pokemon. It reminds me of the alternate art Aerodactyl V from Lost Origin. Just reminds me that you got Altaria flying with a bunch of now Wingles, yeah, a bunch of Wingles just flying around. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. We got the Raging Bolt. I think people said that if I remember there's an artwork of Swablu, just one Swablu chilling with a bunch of Wingles, and this is that Swablu that evolved. We got the Raging Bolt, and you got some Japanese V-Star Universe. We got 2 Palkias and 1 Dialga, more 151 Zapdos EX and Alakazam. More Crown Zenith stuff. Nice Leafeon. And we got a Giratina V Gold from Crown Zenith. So all this was bought in for $800 at 75%. And the last one, lot number 4, 3 cards, traded in at $26. 80% was a Pikachu. V. No, Pikachu, the Secret Rare from Crown Zenith, Mega Mortar, Crown Zenith, and the Charizard V promo from the Charizard Ultra Premium Collection. But that's all for Sunday. So that's all I bought in for the both weekends, actually. Yeah, for not both weekends, for Saturday and Sunday from over there in Phoenix. Pretty good amount of stuff that I bought in. Gonna go over some stuff. Probably start looking into, like I said, prepping these stuff for Seattle Front Row Car Show. Today is Monday, so I got today, tomorrow, which is Tuesday, and Wednesday. After that, Thursday, I'm gonna drive out to Seattle, which is gonna be a long drive. On top of that, like I said, I'm pretty sure that was Peace. I didn't see nothing written on their Instagram, but it was on like a Twitter page that they're gonna raise the price $1 on their bulk submission. On top of that, they're gonna start doing the be like 4 months long for bulk submissions turnaround. So I'm gonna try to get a PSA submission done today, so I can already have it filled out, so I could probably drop it off in person on Wednesday, if not the weekend after. But it's already listed before they raise the price basically tonight at midnight when this is recorded. And then from there, I'm gonna start just looking in for more bigger cars, so I could start doing more submissions, paying the higher tier, so I can get my cars back. So I need some influx of graded cars. I like having raw, but I also need graded cars just to have some mind the train. But I just need to have more stuff. I need to have graded cars for my display car. I like having graded cars. When I have graded, raw, and a bit of everything, sealed packs, sealed products, Pokemon merchandise. Try to have a little bit of everything. I still gotta get organized for Seattle because I'm gonna drive out there, and I'm limited to what I can take too. Because I am bringing, shout out to Josh, the old car shop. So he's coming with us, so we're gonna see what I can bring. Gotta bring my display cases. So bringing 4 of those is already gonna take up a good amount of space. So from there, I have to see what I can fit, what's worth taking, what's hopefully gonna sell, and then just go from there and just have that long drive to Seattle. But I'm here for it. We're gonna see how it is. That's gonna be the end of my back-to-back weekend shows, and then after that, it's gonna be Easter weekend. So I'm gonna take that weekend off. Not gonna do any show. Probably the weekend after that. Well, we'll see. But for sure, Easter weekend, I'm gonna take it off and just spend the time with my family and my 1 year. You probably heard right now. But that's all for now. Let me know if you're in Phoenix, how the show was for you, and let me know if you're gonna be in Seattle, because it's gonna be a long drive. I'm here for it. It's the first time I've ever driven that far too. Maybe, actually, I'm not sure. I think I drove farther before, but this is my first time me personally driving to Seattle. I remember one time I was younger, I drove from Colorado, like Aurora, Colorado, Denver, Colorado, all the way down to, I think, New Mexico, Albuquerque, New Mexico. I remember that driving, but I'm not sure how far that drive. I think that maybe was 14 or 15-hour drive. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see. That's all for now. Let me know if you're gonna. Let me know if you're at any of these shows, if you're at Phoenix or gonna be at Seattle. And let me know what you think about the car that I picked up. And that's all for now, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.